Hey Mopar fans, so most of you know me from going around collecting cars, parts, what have you, and parting them out, providing project cars, traveling the country, buying and selling, trading, swapping, all that kind of stuff. While that's a lot of fun, what I like to do, especially when I can, is build the cars as well. So fabrication is a big part of that, something I really enjoy. If you look at a previous episode, you'll see that I've got a chassis in the next room over there, a chrome Ollie tube chassis and a 2017 Dodge Challenger Hellcat that is hopefully we'll have on the track this coming year, 2024. And right now what I have here is some laser cut parts from a 4-link setup that we're doing. I'm going to convert it more from a 4-link, kind of like a modified ladder bar trailing arm kind of setup in a 70 Cuda. That's next door. It's got a supercharged 340 in it, and the tires that fit in those wheel wells are just not going to do the job. They put the power to the ground. So rather than doing a spring relocation kit that modifies the frame, we're just going to go ahead and add some cross members in it, put some coilovers in it, and then this trailing arm type suspension, and do the mini tubs, and that will give us the room we need and the type of suspension and adjustments that we need to make the car hook well and not modify the frame beyond the ability to return it back to stock. So with that said, I've already tacked some of these in place, and now it's going to be time to finish the welds. So while I'm not going to keep you sitting here while I do this entire weld, and this table is my ground, we'll cut in and out as I finish these welds and put the pieces together. So I hope you enjoy a little bit of fabrication time here at Liberty Mopars. Okay, so we got the gussets welded in place. These particular gussets are going to be for use for a sway bar or anti-roll, depending on who you're talking to, what the technology is. Most racers call them an anti-roll bar. Any rate, and then I went ahead and you'll see some of the pieces that put this together are here already. So I'm going to mock it up. Putting the shock mount in. Adjustable shock mount, which I think is a good idea, because unless you're willing to do all the math and you're 100% certain of where you're going to be, then it's nice to have that adjustability, because you know, who builds their car the way they want it the first time? So this will set you up so that you know that your distance between your two plates is going to be accurate. And then I'm just going to take a C-clamp and clamp it together here to hold it. You want to pre-fit all your parts before you weld them, because there's nothing worse than welding everything together and then figuring out that it doesn't fit. Now, a lot of people think these holes are just to make things lighter, and in some cases they are. But most racers, you'll find, myself included, what we'll do is we'll cut a piece of chrome Ollie tube like this. You insert it through these holes. Of course, I fit this the other side, and it was just fine. So And it should be a tight fit. You don't want it a press fit. You don't want it to fall through there. So as you can see, that fills the gap. When you weld it together, you're going to have a bridge in there that adds structure to this piece, and it's going to be a nice stout piece. So this is going to get all welded together. I'll go ahead and show you this tube after it's welded, and then we're going to have to remove a section here to install this on the axle, because our axle's already one piece, so we don't need to we don't want to pull the bearing ends off or what have you. This is made so that if you are installing it on a brand new fabricated axle, you put this together before you put the bearing ends on. So I'm going to go ahead and start welding on this. I'll show you the finished weld when we're done, and then we'll take you over and show you the car. Okay, you can see here that this is all welded. You see our bracket still moves. It's a snug fit like it should be. Still got some room for our rod end to get in there. It's got a couple of shims that go in there as well. Washers, if you want to call them. That's pretty much how it will look. To show you on this rear end here, you see that drilled gusset. That goes in a couple of places as well. And you can see some of that has been done here, filling the holes. Still a lot of work to do on this one. So this is the inside of our Barracuda. You can see the inner fender wells have been removed, cut flush with the frame rails. I'll roll out here real quick and get that 8 3/4 axle in there. You can kind of see what we're working with. It's already got the sure grip installed, new bearings and what have you. So that's all I've got for today. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to get back to welding these together, and I'll follow up in a future episode where we'll install these, and we'll go ahead and do the inner fender wells and the mini tub kit on the Cuda. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.